We did, yeah. We've kind of been in full game plan mode since returning back to practice this week. The 2 weekends prior were just try to get ahead in terms of conditioning, special teams, blocking, tackling, fundamentally, and then giving the guys time to finish up academically.
What's the key next week to balancing having a good time and focusing on beating Texas?
There's time for focus and there's time for fun, and just balancing exactly that of when it's time to meet, it's time to meet. When it's time to have a great time with the incredible Texas hospitality, we'll enjoy that. And then if it's time to go lift, it's time to go lift. And just flipping that switch back and forth, I think our leadership guys will do a good job of managing our other guys.
What was your message to your team kind of sending them off today?
Well, we'll send them off tomorrow.
Okay.
So we'll have another. Tomorrow will be more of a mental day in terms of not going to do a ton physically, but then it kind of exactly that again. Take some time to, and we've talked about this obviously leading up to this. Is there's times to be focused on football tonight in meetings, and tomorrow morning will be the last time they're going to be certainly 100% dialed in from a just a mindset standpoint. I'm sure that several guys will watch a little film on their break, but it's certainly not of the nature of what they've done here. So just of when it's time to focus on practice or whatever, focus on that. When you're back home eating mom's bread pudding, enjoy the heck out of that too.
I've seen written a lot of people questioning this team's motivation, especially going up against Texas, which will have motivation theoretically in playing Mac's last game. Mm-hmm. How would you refute that? What makes you confident that this team will be completely motivated?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not in trying to refute. I don't know exactly what you're alluding to, but our guys have been excited to prepare, and that's, I think, a big measuring stick of that. If you can't get excited to play, period, I think that's a major issue. And then certainly it's a bowl game. It's an incredibly talented team. It's an iconic program. It's a road game. It's on their turf, and I think our guys will be very excited to play.
Cool. You've seen your guys' new uniforms?
I saw them last year when they were talking about them. I haven't seen somebody said that got released today, but I haven't seen the release. Yeah.
It did. What do you think of what you saw last year? The mock-ups that you saw?
Well, everything is incredible. I mean, it's it's kind of like this building. The innovation is incredible, but then also the function. It always makes a lot of sense too. It's not just cool, but hopefully it's fast and cool.
Do you have any input on the design?
Yeah, well, to a degree, yeah. I'm not diagnosing fabrics and whatever the other stuff is, but there's some back and forth, yeah.
Nice.
What's been the key to Evan Bayless's evolution the last 4 or 5 weeks? Seems like he's coming on.
I think just playing. Evan's another one of those guys. We have we're a very young team offensively in particular, and Evan's a redshirt freshman, and everybody wants to come in and win the Heisman Trophy as a freshman. That's pretty hard to do, and I think he's just kind of taken a more quote unquote normal progression, but he's a guy that we expect a ton more from. There's still a lot in there. He'll grow up physically. He'll just grow more from a confidence standpoint, and I think again his best days are ahead.
How much is this bowl game going to help him and Johnny for next year?
A ton. Those guys, and Farrow and Koa, they've gotten a ton of reps this last few weeks, which again I think is just all that stuff is just confidence. As soon as you do something once, you kind of start to believe it, and then you have just a little bit more finish to them, a little bit more edge to them, and hopefully that'll carry forward in the winter in terms of putting on some weight, putting on some more confidence weight, and then certainly in spring ball.
Do you think it was tough for Evan earlier, earning his playing time?
I guess I don't know exactly what you mean, tough.
Like you kind of mentioned, everyone wants to come in and win the Heisman. Tough to deal with being behind at one point this season, probably behind three guys. Right.
I think that was probably the toughest thing is just mentally knowing. We thought all, and still think all those guys have a ton of talent, and all those guys have a ton of great football left. It's just of when exactly that's going to happen, and we try to mix and match them from a strength and weakness standpoint. As one guy's maybe a little bit better on the line of scrimmage, one guy's a little bit better route runner, and you try to meet that out from a game plan perspective. But he's stepped up as well. Johnny's getting better. Johnny showed up a little bit against Oregon State, and then Farrow down the road has a bright future as well. So hopefully that's a position of strength going forward.